On select available models, Super Cruise driver assistance technology gives you hands-free, stress-free driving on Super Cruise compatible roads. If your steering wheel has a Super Cruise icon or you see a light bar at the top of your steering wheel, your vehicle has Super Cruise. Precision LiDAR map data, real-time camera sensors, and GPS keep your vehicle centered in its lane, while adaptive cruise control controls your braking and acceleration. To engage Super Cruise, first, make sure Adaptive Cruise Control is on. You'll find an Adaptive Cruise Control button on your steering wheel. If activated, an Adaptive Cruise Control icon will light up in white on the instrument cluster. Next, center your vehicle in the lane. When Super Cruise detects you are correctly positioned on a compatible road and paying sufficient attention, the Super Cruise symbol illuminates in white on the instrument cluster. Next, press the Super Cruise button on the steering wheel. You shouldn't remove your hands from the steering wheel until the light bar is green. This indicates that Super Cruise is steering the vehicle. If the Adaptive Cruise Control speed was not previously set, Super Cruise will set your current speed as the cruise speed. If you want to take over steering at any time, just begin to steer and the light bar will pulse blue. Once you are ready for Super Cruise to steer again, center your vehicle in the lane and wait for the steering wheel light bar to turn green. Super Cruise may also request that the driver take back control of the vehicle. This can happen for a number of reasons, like when you're exiting a Super Cruise capable roadway. When a driver takeover request is made, the steering wheel light bar will flash red and you'll hear a beeping alert or feel haptic seat pulses if selected. To fully disengage Super Cruise, place your hands back on the steering wheel and press the Super Cruise button again, or press the brake pedal, or if equipped, pull the Regen on Demand paddle. If equipped, Super Cruise can even help with lane changes. A user-initiated lane change uses lane change on demand, while an automated lane change initiated by Super Cruise uses the automatic lane change feature. When using lane change on demand, you can initiate a lane change by simply using your turn signal. Super Cruise will then look for an opening and change lanes without any further input from the driver. If enabled in the vehicle's settings menu, you can also change lanes using the automatic lane change feature, which allows the vehicle to automatically initiate a lane change without input from the driver. This feature is useful when you're passing a slower vehicle and returning to your original lane. You can cancel an automatic lane change at any time by moving the steering wheel or moving the turn signal lever. When using Super Cruise driver assistance technology, it's important that you remain attentive and are ready to take the wheel at all times. The driver attention system, made up of a camera, infrared sensors, and a series of visual, audio, and pulse alerts, helps keep you focused on the road. It will monitor your head position and eye gaze to ensure you pay attention to the road ahead. When used correctly, Super Cruise gives you a hands-free, stress-free drive. Visit Cadillac.com/technology/Super Cruise for more information about how Super Cruise works and for compatible roads.